Hello everybody, welcome to Friday's MCN. Are you wearing your helmet? No? Just me? Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be wearing this particular helmet for the entirety of this video, especially as the pad that is meant to be propping up is now... It's now in front of my eye. I've got a purple patch on my eye. What's the... I didn't do this on purpose, it's just... as I was recording, it did this.
Oh dear.
Why do horrible things happen to nice people?
I don't know.
In any case, after all that fun for a Friday starts, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all. As we're 200 subs away from 70,000 subscribers, which is pretty impressive. But what's also impressive is a request for Relic Nexus crystals. I don't know why, funny thing, I thought I saw one of those or something like that encased in... like something. We had that recently in content. I can't remember what it was, but I've definitely seen them. Whether or not they're part of, I don't know, some kind of like future thing. But yeah, as the player says here, and a lot of people agree, please include some sort of indicator if the relics being offered are new or owned. If they've already been awoken, and if so, what level they are at. Okay, similar to, sorry, maybe that's already been them, but the level of indication, I think that's what I kind of misinterpreted it, but the level of indication, you know, the same way that we've got Nexus crystals in game with 6 stars and whatever it is, and you pop them open, it's like, okay, you get everything with indications, signature stones, do you have them, do you not? I find myself having to take pictures of my existing relics before opening up one of these crystals because it gives absolutely zero information about the option for selection. That's interesting, isn't it? And I think obviously a lot of people agree with that one. But yeah, the same way that we would operate with any kind of like Nexus crystal, which, you know, it just gives us information. As players, we just need information when you pop open a Nexus crystal. Here's a good example, especially as I kind of like regret the idea of kind of doing the 6-star skill Nexus at the moment, because you know who I want. So if we do a 4-star one here, that you're giving the indication of, do you have them awakened, do you have them, and whatever you have them at a signature level, or indeed if they are new in any kind of shape or form. So it's good to kind of like have that. Sorry, I didn't show it there, but oh God, I am honestly lacking it. It's one of the, I don't know, it's just Funky Friday, isn't it? Again, here for example, so that you can see that I think I would say I'm never gonna get a 6-star Nick Fury, but here where you've got like the option to awaken something, you got signature level, just gives you all this kind of like information, you know, right there that I think a lot of players are calling out for, you know, in this particular thread. Interesting because I think a lot of people bump this, so it's always good to see. Kabam Jack said, "Hey, it's a good call out and an important change. I chatted with the game team. It looks like this is something they already have a fix for in an upcoming build. Should be seeing the change in November. I suppose this is when we see Necropolis kind of you know, creeping in and all this kind of like high-end type bits and bobs of not information, but kind of like changes, improvements, and well, yeah, high-end kind of like opportunities for spicier things in game. So yeah, that's really nice. A bit of good news with that. Some good news. Now let's cycle back to something that we've discussed about in a full video and made a little bit mention in the last MCN, but there's been a nice kind of like response to stuff, or not a nice response, but a response I wanted to, you know, look into from Kabam Jax on the subject of it. Lots of very interesting things. As I just scroll through some of the responses to some of the AI mentioned, there was a really cool point, first of all by Cirrus Moon, who does end up falling out with everybody and kind of going into, I don't know, some like this just goes into like a lot of fine detail. It's interesting. One question that is simply not addressed is as follows: the AI has showcased a recent ability to do the following: parry attacks consistently, that is true; chain combos into specials, that is true; light intercept, that is also true. None of these should be a result of random noise in the distribution, because of all these things have since the game's conception, but have only just become a problem. These improvements to the decision-making process of AI. What accounts for their increased precision and consistency? It's good. It's a relevant like question to be asked. For anyone unfamiliar with what here we go. Randomness looks like. Look up a sample from Gaussian distribution. The key point is that centered around some mean, it's obviously math. The values jump around, peaks and values. It doesn't plateau. The AI has peaked, remained at the high and plateaued there for at least a year. If what you mean is random, is massive weight given to certain actions patterns with some non-zero probability of throwing specials at random increments, then the presentation is dubious and at best, and purposeful skirting of the actual question at hand at worst. Why has the randomness evolved into cleverness? The AI reacts better than it used to. It's fair, and it is, this is the thing I've been saying for years. I actually kind of just got bored over the last 3 years. So a lot of the time when I do live streams, I would just go like, oh man, the AI. And after a while, I just kind of go, what's the point? Because Kabam aren't ever going to do anything about it. As I said, I am happy that Kabam are at least looking into it to the point of, trying to fix. I tried it in the CTP beta about a month ago, and it seemed better. It seems like I was playing the game back in 2018, kind of better. That doesn't mean that when it goes to the live server, the experience is going to be better because there's a lot more people playing it. I just hope that people notice a more, basically they notice or not notice. I don't want them to notice parry attacks consistently, chain combos into specials, light intercepts, or hit into block countered by special, stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that annoys me. But of course, each to their own with what they get annoyed with. I'm going to jump to, there's a bit of them falling out, I think, over that. I thought that was a great point. That was executed and covered. But of course, people fall out, and that is how it goes. But Kabam Jax did say that it's a random dice roll to what action the attacker takes, but it is not an equal chance for every champion in every situation. It wouldn't make sense to create a defender that heavily relies on X to effectively defend, then not encourage them to use it. The important distinction to make is that AI is not adapting to you, the attacker, but rather to their own kit and profile. The same way fully predictable would be bad, absolutely random would also be bad. The problem is with this as well, as I've said in the past, I've given an example. If you've got a new example, if you've got an enemy defender which is very passive and brute force is the node, then that is a problem. If the kit for that champion is very much reliant on, it's a Shuri, or it's a champion where you've got a very kind of, tight window to do damage, and if you don't do damage or do X or Y, it then causes an issue to the player. They're then taking unavoidable damage. They're then being smacked up by abilities, and also, the AI in general based on the criteria which, Surus puts a great point out about. Then that's a problem, and that's unfair. And that's been a largely current situation. It's been a situation for at least 5 years, and definitely not a great. If anything, if you're playing this game and you were trying to learn a bit more and stuff, I think this is why Kabam are learning about the fact of, and I think they've learned this the hard way, is getting new players to commit further than a certain point. And this is something maybe I'll kind of cover in a video, where if you are a new player to the game and you're looking at the way the defenders, the enemies kind of function, you go, oh, this is just getting annoying. Why are they coming at me so aggressively? Why am I hitting into the block and getting, smacked by a special attack? Why am I not able to react as quickly? Why are the enemies reacting quicker than I can react? This isn't fair. And as I said, Kabam learns this the hard way, because a new player will then go, well, I'm just going to, delete the game. And that's what they can do. That means no new players to the game. Or, if 100 people, new players come to the game, 50 turn off because of that particular issue, then Kabam have lost 50 players. And those could be 50 spending players. So there's always kind of impacts to situations of, this isn't working. Why? And they then have to go why aren't people sticking on? Maybe they're asking the questions, and this is the answer to a lot of that early game, turn off, switch off, and stuff like that. I don't know, but it's a theory, as well as a lot of stuff is a theory with it. But interesting to see. Honestly, next month, I'm going to get around this. I'll be as positive as possible for this, but we'll have to see. We'll have to test it. That's the best thing we can do as players. Test it out, see if it works. If it doesn't, then we'll let Kabam know. Hopefully then they fix it. We'll have to see. Okay, just want to end the show on this, which is a little bit of coverage of the Cursed Blade tip. So, as a lot of you know, I mean, I did this. When you go into the Battleground store and you buy the tip, as it were, which honestly just sounds so weird to kind of like say something like that. It's just a tip. Anyway, right. So the 6-star tip is. Sorry, I got giggles. Look, if you want a refund, the Kabam are technically doing this, but technically not doing this, okay? They're refunding just the tip. No, look. Some players have gone out to do this, and they've done a ticket to get a refund of this. Obviously, I made the mistake with this. And is it likely that you're just going to go to get the dupe, 6-star dupe? If you're a Paragon player, you can get it. You can get the the 6-star for free, which you can see. If you buy the 7-star there, you get the 6-star for free. But here's the thing: like the problem is, like I don't know. If you made the mistake as a Paragon player, it may be worth trying to grab a refund. To be honest. Saw this on Reddit, gave me a little bit of hope on the situation, which is right here. Sorry the delay in addressing it. Understand you're seeking reversal of the reversal of the Cursed Blade tip when you purchase using 30k tokens. The Cursed Blade tip is a unique item in our game. Availability limited. By reversing this item, you will receive the trophy tokens back, but you'll not be able to purchase the Cursed Blade tip again in the future. Now, what does that mean? Could it mean that we're going to see more pieces being available, especially at lower rarities? Obviously for Paragon players, technically lower rarity, but for other players, it could be the current rarity. So that could be at least something down the line. Is it going to be advisable to say, well, like get rid of it? Here's the thing: if you're a Paragon player, right, you'll get the 6-star version. It'll be unawakened. Slap an awakening gem on it. Paragon players get 6-star awakening gems more. There's a higher frequency, so it may be more advisable just to go, okay, well, I'll get a refund and then get the awakening, which, to be honest, I'm actually thinking about doing myself. Who knows if I'll get the same results as here. Look, I'm still thinking about it, but yeah. Please be aware that the Cursed Blade tip is a crucial component for unlocking the 6-star Deathless Guillotine. By reversing the tip, you effectively forfeit your opportunity to obtain the 6-star Deathless Guillotine. Well, to be honest, it's like this player is probably a Paragon player, so look, there's a bit of hope there. I might do it. It's just the case of like it's just a bit of a tough one, really. Well, it's not a tough one. It's actually, I think it's a bit more straightforward. Yeah, I'm probably going to do this. Got to remember, I've got to put it on my to-do list, otherwise I forget. But in any case, that's really there. And that's been the show for today. Thanks for the support. As always, we've got a little video about farming units coming out later on today. Look out for that and maybe some other content. I don't know. Depends what the future holds. There could be some fun stuff. Then maybe not. Thank you for watching. Check out some other content located on screen and I'll see you all soon. See you in the next video. Bye 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 bye.